This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The drippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Say hello to our friends jumping on right now at 98 Rock, California's rock station in Sacramento, California. Also 105.3 The Bear in Blacksburg, Virginia. And Big Dog, 97.9 in Joplin, Missouri. Welcome to the program. Big show for you today from Alice in Chains, drummer Sean Kinney coming up. Your guess is as good as mine on the way, as well as the return of Ask the Men's Room. In the meantime, it is our random question, 844-999-OLA.
We just asked a question, and it was in regards to the kid, elementary school kid. He was wearing a McDonald's parody shirt where the golden arches. Upon closer inspection, it's a woman spreading her legs. Anyway, it says, I'm loving it. So how the hell did he get the shirt? Someone chimed in. They said, Thrill, the shirt was in a box of donations to the family.
Oh, all right.
But now here's my question with that, okay? So it's a box of donations to the family, fine. And you go, man, why would you do that if you know there's kids? My question is, why was there a shirt that has that image that fits a kid? The kid's in elementary school.
Maybe his uncle's a tiny fella.
Maybe, man.
Like,
but I'm
I'd
like,
give that shirt.
It fit the kid. So, like, they've made this shirt for kids to wear as well. They shouldn't, but they have.
Like, my nephew will be 13, right,
Okay,
at the end of this month. I'd give him that shirt. But
well, you can.
I have to be
uncle.
like, do not wear that to school.
Right, don't wear it to school.
We used to be
like, if you want to wear it to have fun with your buddies,
there was a level, and we've talked about this before. But if you lived anywhere near Maryland, if you lived in Washington D.C. or any of that eastern Mid-Atlantic area, you probably ended up at Ocean City, Rehoboth Beach, Ocean City, New Jersey, at some point in time in your life. There was a lot of bars that had that play on place kind of name. There was the Brass Ball Saloon.
Great biscuits.
There was Big Peckers.
Right. Chicken.
There was the Bearded Clam. You could get...
I haven't been there.
You could get... It was out on Second. You could get T-shirts of any of these places.
And then they had a catchy slogan.
You know what I mean? Like,
in case you didn't get what the name meant, they drove the point
Except
home.
for the fact that, like, Big Pecker really did have Foghorn Leghorn as the logo. I can't believe they didn't get sued by, Looney Tunes or whatever. But either way, yeah, we'd had all those shirts. And they were like, it was kind of like before the co-ed naked lacrosse shirts, all that crap that came out at the same exact time. It was just dumber than hell. Remember the vodka shirts? Absolute this.
Right.
Like absolute penis.
Dude, the naked lacrosse, like, I remember they were like second or third cousins, right? So I was barely related to them. But I was probably like 10 or 11. And then the girl had on one of those shirts. And I remember going home and being like, Mom, does she really play naked co-ed lacrosse?
I want to play
just
too.
Like shocking to me.
I want to play too.
Random.
There's a lot of things. I'm thinking of this one house. A lot of things. That's the first time I saw a kind of belly dancer strap. Like, she wasn't a real stripper, but it was like a belly dancer, and I was that same age, and I remember being like, oh, my God.
Right.
Like, everybody
This
was
is
laughing.
awesome.
Right. You're just like, I got to go.
You see my erection?
Yeah.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, Sarah. This is going to be a tough question for you, but I think you can handle it. All right?
You sure?
I do. And you might have to bounce a couple different places. But where are you pretty sure in your lifetime, in person, have you seen the hottest person for you personally that you have ever seen?
Oh, gosh, that is pretty hard.
No, it's not. Del Mar, Florida. I cannot explain what this woman looked like. I do not know where she came from. She was not from this planet. I watched this woman, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but she walked by, and for whatever reason, in my mind, she was walking in slow motion like Baywatch, and I just remember thinking, one, you got no chance. But beyond that, I have never in my life seen a woman this freaking gorgeous. And then it was pointed out that I would have looked a lot less creepy if the book that I was pretending to read was not upside down.
Mm-hmm. Sarah, when we were on a trip down to Portland, we had a waitress at brunch. We brought this up before, but in my mind, and I'm not an ass guy, to be honest with you. That's not
but that's different.
But this still was one of the hottest women I've ever seen.
You don't have to be an ass guy to appreciate.
Right. So, like, when have you seen that guy that you just thought, oh, my God, that's a really good-looking guy right there, or girl, whatever you're into? Hottest person.
Probably, I mean, I live in Seattle, but I haven't seen any hotter guys than in Seattle, so that would probably be my answer.
Yeah, but I'm saying the
one
hot
guy in particular where you went, holy Christ, that is a good looking guy.
Look, you can go someplace and you go, man, there are beautiful women everywhere. But then some woman will walk by and they go, like, and she's the queen of them all.
You can go to Huntington Beach or Long Beach and there's pretty people everywhere. But this is the one person. We told you it was going to be a hard question.
Hello.
And you're gone. Can't answer that question, can you?
I mean,
it's a hard question.
Well, I've been to a lot of college football games in the South that have the quality and quantity that you want.
Absolutely.
But hands down, and I hate to be this twice in a show guy, but Burning Man. I was outside of a porta potty.
All right.
And there's no sinks,
sexy
right?
already.
So there's just like a pole. It's got a bunch of hand sanitizer on it. So I'm using the hand sanitizer, and I'm looking down, and I'm BSing, and this woman's laughing. She's loving it. And when I look up, it is easily the hottest naked woman I've ever seen in my life. And
she's laughing at you?
Yes.
Why?
We're having a great conversation.
Oh, you didn't realize that's the person you're
but
talking to.
I did not know who was in front of me. I just was like, God, blah, blah, blah. And she's laughing. And as I look up, the little voice in my head was like, keep talking, keep talking. As initially, I just wanted to just like, oh. So I just kept like keep talking. But right, I mean, she was so hot.
What about you, man?
God, I mean, know.
And like you see a lot of beautiful people. It's not that. Just this one woman on the beach. I'm like, I am. This is ridiculous. And her boyfriend was massive.
I think the girl, the girl in, man, what I thought was really beautiful. Honest to God, in a way that I find attractive. Misha Tate.
Oh, in person, dude?
You found her attractive, huh?
Yeah, I sure did.
That's not a
stretch. Weird.
How about that, huh? Misha Tate.
Listen,
serious. But Jesus, man.
No. You can look at any picture of this woman, and I promise you.
Well,
you see her in person,
but it's different in person when you see somebody with all the makeup and all the crap.
Dude, like, oh my God,
it's just like a real human being, and she wasn't done up like that when she came on her show. She was just walking in like, "Hi guys, I was a pain in the grass." Like, why in the hell didn't you come up and say something?
We were all trying to be cool. We're not gonna lie. It's like, oh my God!
I told you years ago she used to fight down at a cage sport, and she was there, so I'm interviewing her, and I was like, "Misha's here, so you can go to her mooch." I meant to say merch, but I said you can go to her mooch booth. I looked at her, and she just goes, "Nervous, Ted?" I go, "Yes, Misha."
Mooch booth.
Mooch booth.
I wanted to kiss her. All right. I think that's what happened.
Okay, all right.
I couldn't contain myself.
That would not be good.
Yeah,
Let's
mooch
see
booth.
here.
There's only 1,000 people looking at me.
Here we go. This is the reason we asked, where did you see the hottest person you've ever seen? There's a 25-year-old worker in an airport in China. And he was working on the tarmac. He had his headphones on, and he's doing his job. But unbeknownst to him, there was a passenger that saw him, and she was on a plane. And as the story goes, because this is from England, she thought he was rather fetching. So she filmed him, and as often happens when videos taking place on phones, like everybody else, she uploaded the video to social media. Now, the general consensus was this guy was honestly, truly a handsome man. Probably like half the people who take the mugshots, and then the next thing you know, they got a modeling contract. He resembled South Korean actor and general heartthrob Song Joong Ki.
That's what I thought when I saw him.
Mm-hmm. But however, I guess this was not good as far as his airport job, because the bosses, once he started, I guess, being noticed, they called him in for a talk, and they cut his pay by 10%.
What did he do?
Officially, the reported reason was that his shirt quite wasn't tucked in, and he had a hand in his pocket, which I guess you're not supposed to do. The real problem was that more than 1 million people saw the man on social media and thought he was hot. Indeed, the company's disciplinary notice read in part, taking into consideration the influential impact the video has made, the aggravated penalty must be applied. So basically, just by being good looking, and he's a technician, and not only an airport worker, but a technician, they cut his pay. So he took to social media to declare, honestly, I still feel quite happy because it's not easy to become so famous that quickly. However, I did nothing wrong.
I need money.
Yeah, exactly. It was not my fault for not keeping with the correct standards and terms of dress code and behavior. Basically, he was on video with his hand in his pocket at some point in time out there, which you're not supposed to do, but he wasn't in front of anybody because the video was being taken from the plane.
Right.
So I guess when you're walking through the airport or whatever, there's a standard set of rules.
But he's outside.
He's outside just doing his job at some point.
And some horny English lady.
Yeah,
is
exactly. Like, that's
he's quite fat shank, isn't he?
And then next thing you know, he gets his pay cut.
That is not a problem any of us
You're so
will
good looking.
ever
I'm going
have.
to dock your pay, man. I'm jealous.
See? Pays to be ugly sometimes, bitches.
Okay.
Hello, Marty. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
All right, Marty.
What's happening, bitches?
How are you, man?
Good.
All right,
I
Marty.
wish I would have had her question.
What's that?
I wish I would have had Sarah's question.
Yeah, but you didn't. You're going to get a Marty question. Which, by the way, Marty, you sound remarkably lucid for you.
Yeah, I'm used to.
All right. Marty, what do you keep? This is a great question for you that you think might be the most valuable possession you own. What do you have that you think is really valuable that you keep either for sentimental reason, as far as that value, or for a monetary reason? What do you have?
Oh, my God.
Your prescription's very valuable, believe
Yes,
me.
it is, but not, like, you can't.
Not to anybody else, just to myself.
Right.
Right. It's going to have to be that Lucky Rock, man.
You have a lucky rock.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What is it about this rock that makes it lucky? Where did you find it? What is the story behind it?
Well, I was with a girl, that I thought I was going to marry and all that, and we were walking on the river there, and I looked down, and there was a rock that's heart-shaped, and I gave it to her.
You gave it to her.
Yes.
Did you marry her?
No.
Are you still together?
Then she is lucky.
No.
Oh, it is a lucky
rock.
rock then. Okay, for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
all right.
did not marry you.
Okay.
That rock came in real
Wow,
handy.
that's
Yeah,
all right.
well,
All right, Marty.
okay, give me the next one.
Yeah, okay. All right, well,
Found a rock.
Depends on the way you look at luck.
How is that his possession?
I don't know how that's lucky. It's like I used to have the lucky condom, but I never used it. So it wasn't lucky.
Yeah.
Seems to me like if I didn't end up with that girl, I'd be like, the hell with this rock.
And throw her back in the ocean.
A first grader at Latta Elementary School in Oklahoma was very excited when she realized one of her textbooks appears to belong to country singer and voice judge Blake Shelton. While it might have seemed like a cool coincidence to Marley Parker, her mother and former educator Shelley Bryan Parker has a different take on the 1980 textbook. Marley's excited that her new reader belonged to Blake Shelton, but I'm embarrassed. I'm 40, and these people are my age. The woman, or Blake Shelton, who has publicly talked about his hometown, appears to have printed his name on the front of the textbook. However, she's a little bit disturbed about the fact that although it's a new textbook, it's been around since 1980 and probably needs a little updating.
You think?
Yes.
Not much has happened.
I like the way they write that. Printed it in the front where everybody puts their name.
Yeah.
As a former educator, this is kind of important, but as a parent, this is crucial, as I want the best education for my daughter. There's his signature right
Move.
there. Blake Shelton from 1982. That just goes to show, with the books in the library or whatever, like how often they're actually checked out and read.
Right.
I
Come
mean,
on, man.
your name's probably in a book somewhere right now in some library. Random question, 844-999. Ola, more of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bichola. You have entered the men's room.
From Alice in Chains, drummer Sean Kinney coming up on the program right before we drink and toast with the shot of the day. In the meantime, it is our random question. 844-999. Hola.
Random.
Hello, Jordan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hola.
All right, Jordan. Let's see here. All right. I think this is a good one. What have you done, Jordan, that gave you a huge adrenaline rush?
A huge adrenaline rush?
Yeah, like what do you do that gives you a huge adrenaline rush?
Not much. I'm actually a very boring person.
Excellent. We're glad you called.
Yeah.
This is going to
Yeah.
be scintillating.
Awesome.
So, in
I know.
your average day, if you're a boring, what makes you boring compared to other people?
Well, I mean, I work 2 jobs, so I mean, like, I'm usually going like from one job back home to another.
All right. Well, no,
And-
that's necessary though. If you weren't working 2 jobs, would you still not do anything "quote unquote" exciting in your spare time?
I would love to do exciting stuff. I would love to play more sports with my friends, but
Okay.
yeah, just the fact that I have a brand new house and student loans and all that, just trying to work it all off.
Do you, do you go skiing or anything? Do you enjoy roller coasters? Is there anything that makes you go like Steve jumped out of a plane one time? Have you ever done anything just
No, I did not jump out of a
off
plane.
a cliff? You
I
know what
was
I mean?
hooked to a man that jumped out of the plane.
Yeah, but still an adrenaline rush.
Oh, yes. Yes, it
Yes.
was. Falling toward the planet, I found
Right.
definitely gets
Yeah.
my heart rate up.
There's all kinds of things that can give you an adrenaline rush. Crashing your car.
You know what? The last time that I did get like in some sort of like car wreck, I got rear-ended on the freeway. That was not fun. I mean, if I were to like just have like a normal day to like what I could do, I would definitely like to go like on roller coasters and stuff like that.
Okay, so that gives you an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right.
Man, if a roller coaster does not give you an adrenaline rush,
You got
just
something
dead
wrong.
inside?
Yeah,
you don't have to be scared, but it should be fun.
Jason Statham, he apparently will fight in a new movie coming out called The Meg, a 75-foot megalodon shark.
Wait a minute. Jason Statham is going to fight.
This is correct.
A megalodon.
Follow me here. He says, quote, "These things are 3 meters in length, huge, big things. He went swimming to prepare for himself with real sharks, bull sharks. There were 20 or 30 of these things, and they were hand-feeding them big tuna heads. And we got very, very close. It was a spectacular moment. To swim in close proximity to a big 3-meter shark is to be recommended to do for everyone."
No. There are black people on this planet, too, and just speaking on behalf of each and every one, no.
It sounds terrifying, says Statham, but
Yes.
once you're on that boat, you get a little bit anxious, and then you're waiting to dive. Quote, "Once you get in that ocean, you get very relaxed. And when you're in their environment, it's quite tranquil. The anxiety goes completely away as you swim with 20 or 30 bull sharks."
I think he has it the exact
That's
opposite
crazy.
the way I see it, where when I'm in their environment, nothing in my mind to be tranquil. However, when I'm on the boat where they are not, I'm not sure I'd be tranquil, but I feel a lot more confident.
Okay,
right?
every once in a while.
Oh, wait. Robin, would you swim with sharks? Because you have this weird thing where you're like, I love sharks. I think they're great. But would you go swimming with them?
I would in a cage.
Okay. All right. That's all I needed
I
to
don't
know.
know. Freestyle, I just know myself well enough. I get myself into ridiculous situations. I would get injured.
Or you're
Yeah.
tasty.
If it was just a free-for-all, no. But I'll go in a cage. Oh, no problem.
My thing
Yeah.
is, and I'm not at the ocean very often, but when I do go, and I have been in situations where I could swim at night, I try to swim at night just for like 30, 40 seconds.
How much adrenaline do you
Because
get?
normally you're at the pool, whatever. Sometimes you'll swim lake. It is such an adrenaline rush. I don't know why I
It's
do it.
pitch black.
It terrifies the
What,
living
being
hell
in
out
the
of me.
ocean at night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've only done it like twice. It scared the crap out of
I've
me.
only
too
done it
much
like
for me.
never. Do you
It's
not
too much
remember
for
the
me.
beginning
but
of Jaws?
I make myself do it, and that's why.
It started at night.
That's the thought
She went
process
skinny
that's going through
dipping.
my
All
head.
right, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
So the first time I did it, it might have been the only time. So my buddy Bernie was dating a woman who had very large breasts.
Okay.
And she was like, "Bernie, we're going skinny dipping."
Okay, I'm in. I get it.
And she was like, "You guys should all come." And we were like, "All right."
All right.
Well, the water seems calmer. It seems
It
warmer.
scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I would never do it again.
Oh no. But when you walk at night and you see the ocean, you're like, oh, this is calm. And then you get in, and for some reason, it just feels warmer, and you're like, you know what, man, I got to get in. So then you get in, you're in there, and you're like,
No.
something's going to eat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing you can think about. The feeling and the thought process of something is going to eat me does not go away. Like
Right, so why do you do it?
9 million things in theory bump into you. Like it's just, you've stepped on every animal in the ocean. Like all these things are going through your head.
And it's nighttime and there's waves.
Yeah.
Right.
It's great.
Forget the animal.
Oh, you want to talk about being terrified.
Because it's the
fact-
equivalent of like going to the zoo, right? That's one thing. Man, look
Plus
at these
the fact-
animals. But then at some point you say, hey, man, you know what I'm going to do? Because this isn't good enough for me. I'm going to climb the fence. And you're right. Your adrenaline goes up because you go, wow, now the lions can attack.
Right.
Doesn't mean they will, but it still seems like a bad idea.
In that world, you know, it's not that shark attacks don't happen during the middle of the day, but the majority are during the feeding times, which are traditionally calmer in the morning, and then right when the sun sets and it gets dark
Right.
at night.
When you get in the water.
So right.
That's why you're down.
Right.
This is when they eat.
But it's, well, you know, yeah.
Like they're hungrier.
Yeah, well,
they are naturally ready to chow down. Like this isn't even a decision they make. Like nature has
That's the
determined,
time.
hey man,
This is the time.
the sun's gone down and we got this fool named Miles. If you wait long enough, he'll just walk right
Hey,
through you.
stroll
Man.
in. I'm right here.
Random.
You're like a thing of legend in the
I
ocean.
love the adrenaline rush.
What do you mean love
It's like I
Miles?
just want to swim out to the buoy, touch it, then turn around. But I know I'll be dead by the time I get back.
Yeah, but the good news is I'll be waiting for you comfortably on the shore, and I will call for help when I hear your
that's
first
great.
scream. All right?
Great.
You scream once, I'm calling authorities. Hello, Scott. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, Scott, sorry, man, not to cut you off. A couple comments come in. It says, I've been free diving with sharks. So amazing and beautiful. Totally worth it. Someone else says, it depends on the breed of shark. There's some sharks that Otis, you poke them, not do anything. Yeah, okay, the problem is I can't immediately identify which sharks apparently are friends of mine and which ones are not, so I assume they're all enemies.
Oh, let's go. I just know that the hammerhead is one of those sharks that's never attacked a human, documented-wise. But
documented.
If it did, it just means it ate it.
But here's the thing. I would have to let the authorities know that a hammerhead shark attacked you. Okay, that's one thing. Now, say I'm not on the beach as you swim out to the buoy, and I see a hammerhead take your ass out, or I'm not there, and a hammerhead takes you out. Well, who's going to report it?
Right.
The hammerhead doesn't go to the hammerhead police and say, hey.
And that is why the Megalodon shark is laughing its ass off right now. 3 miles below the surface of the ocean. Let's go with this one.
Isn't the Megalodon shark already extinct?
No, there's no such thing. But I believe there is. I believe there's a giant-ass shark down there that can eat whenever it wants. And you know why no one's reported it yet? Exactly the reason Steve said.
Yeah.
Except for it swallowed like a whole boat with like 10 people on board. All right, so let's go with this one here. Okay. As far as your thoughts and where your thoughts take you, what do you think you spend a lot of time actually thinking about? I know that's a very thought-provoking question, but
it could be porn, it could be stress,
it could be food,
right?
It could be a relationship, it could be your job. What do you spend a lot of time thinking about?
Well, I think it's actually divided between a couple of things. I think Thrill nailed it on the head. Porn, one.
I was hoping I was joking. But all right, well, okay. Well, now, sex. Hold on. But wait. Sex or everyone thinks about sex here and there, but like porn specifically. Like, hey man, when I get home or no one's looking, I can fire up the computer and handle my business.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Man, oh man.
The second one being I'm pretty active in gaming, and there's one specific game I actually spend way too much time and money and effort on.
I feel like porn and gaming probably go together like beer and potato chips.
They really do. Drinking and playing games, right. Man, that's where I'm at.
Is there any specific thing pornography wise that you think about, or is it
like you have a go-to?
I know what pornography is, but there's a lot out there. We've learned pterodactyl stuff.
We know what colors are.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of colors.
Specifically, what are you thinking about?
Well, I don't know. Nothing specifically. I mean, the more amateur, the better, but really nothing too crazy or kinky or wild.
So basically what you're saying is...
I think those are. Like, give me the amateur, but they can be doing whatever it is they want to do.
So the more done up they look, the more fake they look, the more all put on they look, that would be less of something that would turn you on.
Absolutely. If I can imagine that girl as my next-door neighbor, the better.
All right.
Man, I don't know who you grew up next to, but... You don't want anyone to look like my next door neighbors. You know, like Playboy used to always say, "Sit the girl next door." I'm like, where? Next door to who? Because they don't live in my goddamn neighborhood, brother. I can promise you that. Sorry.
Well, that's why I like to imagine the neighbor as the girl I'm watching, rather than my actual neighbor.
Okay. So do you actually imagine your actual neighbor?
No.
Okay.
Hell no.
All right. Now, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
I have a wife.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
So you're like, yeah, I kind of wish this was the girl next door, baby, but the good news is it's not.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So multiple deniability.
Does your wife surf porn as well?
No.
How do you know that?
Because they've had this conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Essentially, yeah.
That was a quick, authoritative no.
So what is the complaint? Does she feel like you're cheating on her? Does it disgust her? Like, why does she care that you're rubbing one out, knowing that every guy on this planet rubs one out as soon as they know how to do that?
I'm not sure that she has a complaint. I think she just understands what's happening. I mean, my go-to would be my wife in every possible scenario. But
so she listens to the show.
All right, we're just on two different playing fields.
Okay. All right. Well, then let me ask you this. As a result of having a wife in the house who knows occasionally you're going to go visit your porn world, are you more selective about where you go based on internet histories and all this than you would be, say, if you were single? Because, like, if you're single, you can go anywhere you want. It doesn't matter.
Oh, God, yes.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I don't want my wife or even my kids coming up on my porn history going, oh, my God.
All right. So
if they're going to do that, I would like to at least look normal.
All right. No, that's good thinking, man.
Well, this is going to be the scariest thing that you've ever heard in your life.
Like, I got kids. Like, well, that thumbnail's now dead to me.
Apparently, the reason we asked what do you spend way too much time thinking about, apparently, researchers at MIT have invented a new device that has the ability to read your thoughts and send them to a computer. Everything in your inner monologue would suddenly become your outer monologue. Right now, the device is a prototype, and there's no word on when they could take the technology mainstream, but let's just hope for all of us it takes a real, real long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is scary as hell.
Talking about just things that people think about, says, I think about friggin' AI. It's moving so fast we might screw ourselves before we even know it. Someone else thinking about a great ass. And that's pretty much what we got.
Okay.
By the way,
What about, like, food?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate
That's
to
you
say
guys,
this,
man.
but I think about pizza a lot.
When's the last time you had
Pizza?
I had a couple slices on Saturday.
All right, okay.
But by Monday, I'm already like, you know what? Maybe I could fit a couple more in today. I mean, I hate to admit it, but I probably think about pizza 6 days a week.
Can't think of the last time I had pizza, and I love pizza.
I got kids, man, so it's like
Yeah.
we can't agree on anything, which is more often than not.
Yeah,
Just order pizza.
man, I might just get pizza tonight. Then.
Random.
Hell, I'm getting pizza. I feel like pizza tonight. Yeah, because it sounds good.
It is good. It's pizza.
Yeah.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
All right, Josh. How are you, buddy?
Oh, good.
Let's go with this one. Josh, what do you no longer do? What have you cut out of your lifestyle there? What do you no longer do?
Oh, man, that's hard.
Well, if that's what you no longer do, I mean...
You can say pick your nose and eat your boogers, but typically,
Yeah.
Maybe you don't eat ramen noodles anymore.
Well, no. Oh, yeah. So I don't drink milk.
You don't
I
drink
did
milk.
as a kid, and I won't drink it.
Now, has this been like from the moment you moved out of the house, and I know it's a healthier alternative, I will not buy wheat bread. My parents always bought wheat bread. I'm a peanut butter and jelly guy, and frankly, I feel like it belongs on white bread. Never had. I will not buy wheat. I don't care. I will not buy wheat bread. I was so sick of wheat bread.
So why did you stop drinking milk? Because I'm torn on this. Milk is one of my favorite things. And, there's milk people out there that really love milk, and then there's the other people out there that can't believe that people drink milk. So there really is a division in the milk world. And I'm on the side that loves it, but I do know, and I have heard from a lot of people who stopped drinking milk, they lost a ton of weight. They felt a hell of a lot better. You know what I mean? Even though milk has a lot of good
principles. It's not for you.
principles.
It's for a cow.
I understand that, but I love it.
It's built to add a little heft, man.
Now, is that why you stopped drinking it? Was it, or do you just don't like the taste of it?
I don't like the taste of it. I'll eat ice cream, so the whole weight thing didn't really work out for me there. But
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Will you have a milkshake?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
If it's flavored.
that's
but
different.
yeah.
But the first part is milk, then shake.
It
I mean,
is.
it's still
Look,
milk.
I don't really eat tomatoes, but I use ketchup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
I don't eat oranges. I drink orange juice. I don't eat grapes. I use grape jelly.
How about people who drink milk during a meal, like dinner? Is that weird? I think it looks
if
weird.
it's an adult,
I think to me, it used to be like the standard.
Right.
But I don't
Well,
think
it just
anybody
depends.
does it anymore.
I know people who in my family who will have like a big Mike Hawk sized bowl of spaghetti with a big tall glass of milk.
I told you, I always did that. Milk went with spaghetti.
But see, that's the only thing I don't get. Like, I don't care
I'm not
if you
doing-
drink
I don't-
milk at dinner. Like
that doesn't bother you.
But no, it
See,
doesn't
that
bother
bothers
me
me.
because I'm not drinking it. Because keep in mind, I think eating vegetables at dinner is ludicrous. But whatever the case, but to me, certain things go with certain things. So if I'm eating steak and you're drinking milk,
right?
I don't care that you're drinking
Could you
milk.
go
but
to a
it's like-
steakhouse and get milk?
Like, does that taste good together? You know what I mean? I'm like, dude,
Get a
what-
milk steak.
Did you, all the restaurants you work at, did they have milk?
milk steak. All right, let me put this.
Does Chi-Chi's, if I want a glass of milk, does Chi-Chi's have it?
Chi-Chi's catered to kids. We had it.
Okay.
We had milk at the places I worked at, but it was never on the menu.
It was for cooking.
Right. It was for cooking or so. And so if people asked for it, like, it could be done, but it was still like, wait, this is an adult run. You want milk?
So
okay.
you don't drink milk then?
In my
Cereal.
cereal. After the Cinnamon Toast Crunch contaminates it with flavor, then
So
I'm
how
all
mu-
in.
So you only have to buy like a half gallon of milk a week?
No, my son, so my son's a future beer chugger, just understand. It's one, he likes to open my beer, he likes to pour my beer, but he thinks it smells horrible. But the thing about him, man, he drinks probably a third to half of a gallon a day.
Okay.
And when you hand him, and you could hand him 16 ounces of milk, all right? And in the time it takes you to put the lid back on the milk, put it in the fridge and turn around, he's putting the glass down on the counter.
He's thirsty.
Dude, he chugs. It's like nobody's business.
Reason we asked, what do you no longer do? Ozzy Osbourne has given up driving because he doesn't want to cause any more accidents. He got into a wreck recently, and apparently after that, he decided he just didn't want to be behind the wheel anymore. He said his son Jack said he was already driving less and less. I think he's of the mindset he'd rather not have the responsibility. Think about it. Ozzy bumps someone, and it's like the next thing you know, we're all going to sue for $1 billion because people are silly. Ozzy finally got his driver's license in 2009. Believe it or not, he got his driver's license after years and years and years
30.
of failing
30
driving
years.
tests. He once said that
he couldn't pass the test?
30 years.
No. He once said that he fell asleep during one test, and when he woke up, there was a note on the seat that said, quote, "You have failed."
Yeah.
He's got, I mean, look, I just don't like driving either.
I think at that point in time, you know what? There's no reason that Ozzy Osbourne should be driving.
You got to remember who his wife is, and sometimes you might just want to step out of the compound.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
I mean, the only I don't think any of us feel bad that Ozzy is not sharing the roads with us. Just a general assessment of how he is, but I can understand that every once in a while you just want to get away.
And Ozzy is lucid. What is his age? Because there's got to be a point in time
like 68, 70 years old. I mean, he's,
I don't know. I think
gotta be older than that,
I would
right?
think he was older than that.
I don't know. I'm guessing between 60
And not only that, if it's not something that you do all the time, there's no point in doing it. Because it's just...
I mean, look, I don't like driving, right? So I drive very rarely. Now, once in a while, in the summertime, I like to get a car and take a road trip. But if I was Ozzy Osbourne, I would never drive.
Do you know the car?
69 years old.
69 years old.
Do you know the car he was driving?
No.
It's gotta
Ferrari.
Be,
Okay,
it's gotta
so
be nice.
even if you're not like a big driver, if there's a Ferrari in your garage, I can understand where you're like, you know, I mean, even if I'm going to 7-Eleven, I'm hopping in this bitch and we're driving. Regarding the milk situation, by the way.
Yes.
Let's see. People who drink milk with high acid foods to reduce heartburn. All right, I get heartburn.
Get all that.
So I will sip some milk to cool that, but I don't drink. How many people? Blah blah. I do not eat glass. For me, it was milk with pizza. Humans are the only adult mammal that drinks milk. I'm 35. I have chocolate milk with dinner every day.
Chocolate milk's great.
Chocolate milk.
I love milk with sandwiches and pasta. I will slam milk with any meal. Anybody crave milk when they're hungover?
Oh, yeah, chocolate milk.
It's great.
Okay,
Yeah,
this guy says it's the only time I pound milk. Yeah, people are on the milk
Dude,
train.
Miles, my neighbor Brad is just like you. He's like, I'm a milk guy. I just got to have milk.
I love it.
I want a glass of
and
milk.
I have to have it as cold as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I've got a thing of chocolate milk, a little tiny one, and a half gallon of skim milk in my refrigerator right now.
Skim?
Oh God,
That's not even milk,
I like
man.
it. I like it skim, and I like
This
it as
is
cold
old
as humanly
water.
possible. It's delicious. Random question, 844-999. Ola, more your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Trevor, Sean, Kitty from Alice in Chains on the way right before we drink and toast with a shot of the day. In the meantime, it is our random question. 844-999. Ola.
Random.
Hello, Todd. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Random.
Hola, gentlemen and Robin.
Hola.
What's happening, Todd?
Not much. I was just getting ready for Weed Week next week.
Oh,
You're
man.
still doing that, aren't you?
You know, we were thinking about it. Do you think it's a good idea?
Absolutely. This will be my third year donating to you guys. You better do it.
Then consider it done.
We will take your donations.
It'll disappoint me if you don't.
All right.
Well, actually, we were talking about it earlier in the office, and the funny thing about Weed Week, it doesn't take a lot of preparation. It's more like Robin said, hey, next week is Weed Week. And we said, cool.
Yeah.
And that pretty much covered it.
We might do it, and we might. No promises. It might be a little different this year than before. We don't know. We don't know. Maybe.
Just be yourself.
Yeah. All right. That's all you want. We can definitely do that. No problem. All right. Let's go with this one. What would you say? Whether it was food on a dare, someone else. Maybe it was an accident. What was the strangest thing that you've ever swallowed?
Oh, snail. Live.
On purpose?
On a bet?
Well, no, being drunk and stupid.
What were you drinking that led to that? I just want to avoid that. That's all.
Vodka grape juice. Vodka grapefruit. I'm sorry.
Okay, vodka grapefruit.
All right.
I just don't feel like I go to the snail world. And what was the situation? Did you do this for an audience of people?
Kind of. It was after a gorge event years ago, 2002. And it was the next day. We decided to camp out and stay in Eastern Washington, and most people were asleep. And I got up early with a couple of the other people, and we started drinking. How it goes. And somehow, when everybody started waking up, I thought it would be a good idea to shock them. And I guess it did.
Okay.
And is this shell and all?
Shell and all, but I just did a couple crunches and swallowed.
Oh, God, man. What do you remember most about that experience?
Everyone's horrified reaction, but it wasn't too bad for me because I swallowed it and chased it with vodka, so good thing I was drunk.
I've got. It's not too far away from an oyster shooter. Probably
No, it is.
in that. I mean, other than the
I
cocktail
hear what
sauce.
you're saying, but it is.
It is, but it's not.
Right. It's two things made
Yeah.
of snot. I understand that, but it's different, man.
My mom saved a penny I swallowed when I was a baby. But as an
Were you
adult,
that broke? Digging out the poop.
I was just crawling around, picking up whatever was on the floor and putting it in my mouth. But the one that I had a lot of one day drinking when we were fishing was a thing called a mealworm. And a mealworm is maybe an inch long. It's the kind that looks like it has the lines all the way around it.
Yeah,
and they have a hard shell. And that was the interesting part of that was just we were
like
doing
an
it.
M&M.
It just comes out the same way it goes in.
Sure.
It doesn't change form. It's still a mealworm. You can still see it. It's just dead in there. And
See, I feel like that's worse. I would never want to look at a turd and then see evidence of a bug.
Of an actual... Right.
I mean, I don't think I've ever eaten a bug just straight out. Like, I had a chocolate-covered ant, but there was so much chocolate, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? But, like, I've never just eaten something that's just on the ground or some living creature and popped it in my mouth.
I bit the head off a fish, but I didn't eat it.
Goldfish?
Nah, it was like a smaller fish you'd use to catch a bigger fish.
Okay.
I don't know what you call it.
Bait fish.
Bait fish, something like that.
Here you go on the reason why we asked the strangest thing you ever swallowed. This is a crazy one. Young male sperm whale discovered dead off the coast of Spain. 32-foot long whale discovered near the small resort of Cabo de Palos in the southeastern region.
House of Paul?
Yeah, I was going to say. Per a statement released by the regional government, officials at the Wildlife Rescue Center determined from an autopsy conducted on the animal that it had died from its inability to digest or dislodge the trash from inside of its stomach. Authorities found 64 pounds of garbage, including plastic bags, ropes, fishing nets, and a drum lodged inside the mammal's digestive system. Again, 64 pounds of garbage is what killed this male sperm whale, who was not that old. Many animals get trapped in the rubbish or ingest great quantities of plastic, they say, which can end up causing their death. This was I think this was more than they expected. I thought that they think
64 pounds, that's a lot, man.
Yes, there's a lot of trash out there, but I don't think they realized how much trash was going to be in this animal.
Surprise.
Yes, exactly. And then they figured out what killed him.
Random.
That is an upbeat story, man.
It really is.
I feel better.
Yes.
Hello, Chauncey. Welcome to the men's room.
That's good.
Hola.
What's happening there, Chauncey?
Hi, boys.
How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm good. Just got off of work, so, pretty happy now.
Chauncey, let's go with this one. What stupid thing did you do as a kid, or did you? I don't know. Oh boy! What was your dumb trick that you tried? Challenge, or maybe you just did something really stupid.
So when I was about 6 years old, I was with one of my really good friends, and we got bored, so we started throwing rocks at frogs, and the frogs ended up jumping onto where the patio is at his neighbor's house, and right next to the sliding door. We ended up breaking the sliding door, throwing rocks at the frog.
Did you guys take responsibility, or did you do what most 6-year-olds do and run your ass off?
Dude, we ran.
Yeah, okay. No, you're a normal 6-year-old then. I just want to make sure.
Chauncey, you smoke weed?
No.
You don't smoke weed?
No.
Let's figure a guy named Chauncey could get you weed.
Chauncey?
Yeah. Just sounds like a name where you could light up. Like, yeah, Chauncey's coming over.
Yeah, but I feel like Chauncey's the guy where it's like, look, Eddie is just out of town, all right? So we can call Chauncey. Now, Chauncey can get us weed, but guys, just know this. He's not going to feel like doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, somehow it's at his mother's house. He's going to explain. He'll do it, but he's going to be pissed. Like, that's what I get from a Chauncey.
Have you ever met another Chauncey?
I have not. The only other Chauncey I know is Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, right, we all know that.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Have you ever met another Chauncey?
I met him once at a basketball game.
So you did tell him, like, hey, my name's Chauncey, too?
Yep.
And he got to say, yeah, the difference between me and you, though, is I'm a millionaire.
Mm-hmm. I'm rich, and you're not. You're some poor little kid.
And he can dunk, and I can't.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Probably got a bigger penis than you, the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm a Chauncey, but my life's good.
Teenager who stuffed a condom up her nose and pulled it out of her mouth all on video has now, created the latest online sensation. That would be the condom challenge.
Yay.
And according to everyone involved, it's risky, and don't do it, much like the Tide Pod challenge, please. So that's why we asked, what's the riskiest thing you've done there? Random question, more of your calls. 844-999-OLA.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.